Welcome to a new video. We're back on the bank and you join us in the Cotswolds. We're back out hunting some absolute scaly bangers and we're back on Horcott again. We've got here really late, to be fair. Everything's kind of gone wrong and it's taken us a while to get some rods out. I've managed to get 2 rods out. Hugh is still trying to get his rods out. I've not even managed to get any bait out yet, but I thought I'd better do an intro before it gets too dark. And I wanted to show you this. You might notice at the moment my face is glowing red, and that is because if I turn you around, look at that sunset. Now that is one of the things you come out fishing for. That is an absolute mega sunset. It'd be nicer if the fish, if the rods were all fishing, we were both set up, everything sorted, homes up, and cracked open a nice beer watching that. But we're not. We're still trying to get sorted. So anyway, I better crack on. I need to get a bit of bait out, and I've still got a 3rd rod to sort. But anyway, we're on the bank. We're trying to have one. Let's hope as we go into the night we can have a fish, or 2, or 3. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, looks like a cracking evening. Let's get the rods finished and let's see if we can have a fish.
Shaun, brews are done, mate.
Happy days.
Here's that coffee I promised you.
Nice one. I've just seen one show, I reckon.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, round to you?
Yeah, well, no, kind of out in the middle of us.
Oh, right, happy days.
It's a little bit of a dead zone, but they're definitely sort of out towards where we are.
Fingers crossed then. Well, as soon as I've made all the brews and done all the hard work this morning, you can tell the viewers where we are and what we're doing, mate.
So, we're back on the bank. We are back in the Cotswolds, hopefully hunting down some big scalies, and I have just seen a fish show. We've seen a couple actually, and they are kind of out in the zone that we're sort of targeting, so I'm feeling pretty confident. So conditions are pretty fresh, as you can probably see. It is cold today, but I'm feeling confident. How about you?
Yeah, well definitely, I think most of the boats have been coming in the day. It is fresh, so let's slurp down these coffees, get charged up and make it happen, mate. So
definitely, let's crack on.
Let's do it.
Right then, so as we said, it was a little bit rushed yesterday, and the reason for that is we've spent a whole lot of time trying to find a decent area. We're having a really good lead around, and both of us managed to find an area that we were really happy with. Now the reason we did that is because the bailiffs and the fishery manager Lee had said that the fish had been coming out on quite small spots over a little bit of bait, and so we really wanted to try and find a decent area, really, because if that's what was doing the business, we wanted to be a part of that. So we do love fishing over an area, a spot. Definitely got a lot of confidence doing that sort of thing. Last time we were up here, we ended up having to just chuck solid bags because we didn't have enough time really to find a decent area, and there were fish showing, so we just wanted to get fishing. But this time round, we really sort of put a lot of time into trying to find a nice feature to get a couple of rods on and put a little bit of bait on it. Now, I actually went in with a little bit more bait than what Hugh did. I put about 8 spods out, I think Hugh only put about 3 out, but we're both fishing over quite a small little spot with 2 rods each, and then we actually both used our 3rd rod as a roving rod with a solid bag, as we did see a couple of fish show further out, so we both sort of decided to lob one a bit further on its own, just as a bit of a roving rod opportunist sort of situation. So that's what we did. It's not paid off yet, but I'm pretty confident that one of us is going to get a bite at some point. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. We might end up changing tactics depending on what we see in front of us, but we will let you know as the session goes on.
Right then, so it's late morning now, and as Shaun mentioned earlier on, I only put 3 spods out last night, just enough to try and nick a bite overnight. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened. So plan of action for me is I'm going to put another 2 or 3 out there just to try and kickstart the spot, add a little bit more attraction into that water column, and yeah, see if we can produce a fish. So let's grab the spod rod and go stick some bait out.
Right then, so I thought we'd look at bait. Now, we both decided to come up and use slightly different tactics in terms of our bait and approach. Now, in here, this is my mix. I've gone in with some bug boilies, which are my go-to all year round, to be honest. Absolutely love them. I've got some 12s and 8s, a little bit of boilie crumb, but that is the boilie I tend to use pretty much all year round now. Now, I don't tend to use a lot of particle, but I decided to mix it up a little bit. So I've decided to bring some hemp and corn, which is made up probably 50% of the mix, and I've actually got a load of the pellet in there that I normally use as well. So quite a sort of small sort of offerings, a lot of little bits and bobs. It's apparently what's been doing the bites on there recently. So that's the tactics, and obviously I'm fishing a couple of snowmen over the top of that. In contrast to that though, Hugh's actually using more sort of 8mm boilie, I believe, and he's actually got quite a lot of boilie crumb in his mix, and he's brought a little bit extra, and he's gone down a line of maggots. So he's brought a few maggots with him, which is something we haven't really tried for a long time, and thought, you know what, it'd be good to see 2 different baiting approaches and see if one of them could produce bites more than the other. So we'll see how it goes. We've got tonight to go, so hopefully the fish get on one of the baits, or hopefully they get on both of them, and we can have one of these absolute mega fish to show you later in the video.
Right then, well unfortunately this update is not to say we've had one, it's to say I've had a phone call from home that I need to get back because the wife's really not very well and I need to try and pick up the little one from school. Unfortunately for Shaun, he's packing up behind me. He decided to come in my van this time to save a little bit of fuel, and yeah, it's massively backfired because he's got to come with me. So do apologise mate, but if you could hurry up, that'd be great. Now hopefully you've enjoyed the video. We were feeling really confident going into that second night, but yeah, unfortunately it's just the way it is, and family will always come first. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, so like and subscribe if you're new around here. Follow us on all the social media showing down below, and yeah, hopefully get out on the bank and be lucky and catch more than us. Now I need to hurry him up. Come on mate, hurry up. Honestly, I've got to get going. Well yeah, you still got the rods out. Just taking his bivvy down. I mean, come on mate, what have you been doing? I'm fully loaded up, like. Look at that barrow, sorted, ready to go. Let's get moving. See what I got to work with? It's nothing but hard work.